Welcome to the Forsaken Burrow, where every thread tells a story. This is Chapter 1 of the Avatar series, chronicling the creation and refinement of the Ferret 2.0 VTuber model during a late June 2026 livestream. In this chapter, we begin with a fully flattened illustration. No separate layers, no shortcuts, and we walk through the careful process of preparing it for a full VTuber rigging. You'll see how the burrow unravels the original image, isolates the background, and applies two different extraction techniques to ready the model for proper layering. This chapter sets the foundations for everything that comes next in the Ferret's evolution. If you're following the Forsaken Burrow's ongoing rework, this is where the first stitch is pulled. All right, here we go. This, of course, is my base image. So very first thing you're going to want to do is start out with your base image, and also too, I have another image where I had the mouth being open. Typically, what I do with all photo manipulations is I start out with a base image, which I have here, and what I want to do is I want to give it a transparent background. But what I'm going to do first is, because this is my straight up base image, I'm going to make a duplicate layer, and then I can turn that off, and then now I have this image. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to give it an alpha channel. What the alpha channel is the clear background. So once I delete this, so if I take my eraser tool, you're going to see that behind it is the transparency indicator. And what this allows us to do is basically the background doesn't matter, it doesn't exist anymore. And that's going to be a useful thing to have for us. So with this fuzzy select tool, I'm going to click on that. And what that's going to do is it's going to select all of the white space that's surrounding my ferret image. And if I zoom in, you're going to see that it doesn't quite get everything, fortunately. And so to do that, what you want to do is you want to go into select row. And what that allows me to do is to kind of grow the selection. If I hit 1, it's going to select all of those little spaces. Also, unfortunately, going to eat away a little bit at the side there. So it does strip away a little bit of that. If you don't like that, you can just undo it, and then you can just kind of delete what you have here. Then you can go in, select everything, get your eraser tool, change the size. Then you could go in and then hand delete the thing. But as you can tell, that at a distance, you're not going to be able to see a lot of what's. One of the things that you might want to consider is taking a brush that isn't so hard. It's kind of a fuzzy brush. You can go in, you can see that it's much more forgiving. So it's not going to delete a lot of that edge yet until I get really close to it. So because this is essentially, I like that hard edge, I like to go in with the hard brush. kind of clean up. Again, if you just wanted to save time, you don't have to do this. You could have just um, through the select. You could technically do that now still. You can hit the magic, the fuzzy logic thing, and then you can throw it. Wonder if it'll allow me to. So again, you can kind of see what does kind of erase a little bit of that. But it does clean up all those little jagged edges. And what you're going to want to do is grab these pieces here as well. The other thing you can do is what's called a layer or a mask. I'm sorry, layer mask. And then what you would do is essentially you could tell it to do like transparency. So so anything that's white would show up, and then everything that's like black would erased from would go into the transparency layer, or flip flop it, which is a nice way to just remove a lot of stuff that you would. Because I did that quick method of essentially um, basically peeling off a little bit of that layering around its side. I'm going to use this as my new actual visual base. I'm going to delete this guy. New base. And that concludes chapter 1 of our Avatar series. But the Burrow's work is never done. A new chapter in the Avatar series will be releasing every Tuesday, continuing the journey of shaping, stitching, and evolving the Ferret 2.0 model. So stay tuned, the next thread is already waiting to be pulled.